So what is the molecular mass of barium oxide? Turns out it's a fairly straightforward process, and to help us organize our thoughts, I'm going to use this table. Bam! So the first thing I'm going to do is write down the elements in barium oxide. So I have barium, and I have oxygen. Next is to then write down the number of atoms, right? So that's where the subscripts come into play. So at the bottom of barium, there is an invisible one, so that means there's one barium. And then the same thing for oxygen. There is a 1 down there as well, right? So there's one oxygen. Then take those number of atoms and multiply it by the mass of each element in barium oxide. So we need the periodic table for this, right? So we look at the values here. Barium is about 137.33 and oxygen is about 16. Those values represent either gram per mole or AMU, all right, depending upon if you're finding molar mass or molecular mass. The magnitude of those values are the same. The units are definitely different, but the magnitudes, the numbers are equivalent. So let's plug in now those masses, all right? So for barium, it was, as it mentioned, 137.33. And oxygen is about 16, all right? If you're using a different periodic table, the numbers might be slightly different. That's just because of rounding. So next, to find the total mass of the element now in the compound, we're simply going to multiply the row here. So each barium is 137.33 units of mass. I only have one of them, so that means a total of 137.33, right, for barium. And same thing for oxygen. Just multiply that on across, so that's 16. And then finally, to find the total mass of the compound, you're simply going to now add up this particular column. So the total mass now of barium oxide is going to be 153.33. And since we're finding molecular mass, the units down here are in terms of AMU, aka atomic mass unit. Now you know how to find the molecular mass of barium oxide. Fairly straightforward, right? I really do hope it helped, and if it did, give us a hand. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We've got thousands of other videos out there in many different subjects. Take a look. Take care.